So last week the postman came, which means it's time for another unboxing. I know a few people were a bit disappointed last time that it turned out to be a Modelling for Advantage coffee mug rather than hobby supplies, but this one is absolutely, definitely and utterly something that I've ordered that will go on the table. So, join me here in a second and we'll do the unboxing. Okay, here we are. I've already slit the packaging tape, so let's just... come on, mystery unboxing. We can do it. There we go. Oh, I appear to have ordered lots of packaging beans. What's in here? Oh, crap. Alright, I'll have to clean that up later. So... just get this out of the way. And we've got... some Shermans. So I've got an M4 Sherman tank platoon. That is a US one, but my plan is actually to use these for British, so I'm going to replace my late war British Shermans that I've got with these guys. And the reason I bought these is because eBay gave me a $5 discount on stuff because something I'd ordered was delayed. And these guys came up at a great price, and I thought, yeah, why not? So in the end, these were $32 from the seller online, which was a great price, and I got $5 off that. So for $27, you can't really complain. So here's the back of the box. So I've got 5 plastic M4 Sherman tanks in here, a tank commander sprue, a decal sheet, 5 unit cards. Everything other than the plastic's not going to be very useful for me, however. Let's just... there we go. Yeah, but again, it's the M4A1 Sherman kit. These are absolutely lovely to build. So you can see this is the small hatch Sherman. You can have a look there and see that's the earlier casting, the M4A1 casting. And yeah, I'll be able to build those up, and those were the sorts of things that that the British were rocking for a lot of the war. So I'll open that up in a minute, but the reason I got the $5 discount was because I had already ordered these guys from the same seller, and that's the M4 Sherman tank platoon. So you will recognise that this is essentially the same plastic, so that means I've now got 10 tanks. This was also a great price. This was about $50 Australian. Given that these boxes are going for $75.50 Australian from our local distributor, getting this for $50 is a good deal, and getting the other one for $27 means that I've got 10 tanks, essentially for the price of 5. So again, we look on the back. This one has the original small hatch hull, but it also has the later large hatch hull, which I won't need. As far as I know, the large hatch castings, the later castings, were only ever used with the T23 turret and the 76mm gun. That would be the Sherman 2A in British parlance, and I'm not sure they used very many of those, but they did use a squillion of these under Lend-Lease, so that's the M4 Sherman 75. So yeah, this again has 5 vehicles, a tank commander sprue, a decal sheet, and 8 unit cards. So, shall I pop them open and we'll have a bit of a look? What do we got at this end? Sproing. Okay. So, this box has 5 of these. These are the 76mm upgrade sprue. So, it's got the T23 turret, it's got the later cast hull, all of the things, the 76mm gun here that you need to make the 76mm armed thing. Now for my British forces, I don't need these. So I'll just get those out of the way. What these 2 boxes do give me is 10 of these. So these are the M4A1 Sherman sprue, and it's got both of the transmissions, the one-piece and the three-piece. The Lend-Lease ones, a lot of them were the three-piece transmissions, so I usually use those when I'm building my Brits. This is the small hatch early M4A1 casting. So the M4A1 is the cast hull version. You can see the rounded, like, cast. So a lot of these guys who were manufacturing these, like Lima Locomotive and things like that, were locomotive manufacturers, and they were used to making large castings rather than welding. Welding armor grade steel without degrading it was still a developing skill at that point that not all companies had. So interestingly, the M4A1, the cast hull, was actually the first one that was type standardized. So it was the first one that entered service. Interestingly, Battlefront in their range don't have a basic M4 Sherman, automotively exactly the same as this, but instead of the cast hull, it had a squared off welded hull. The 76mm turret, so that's, the 75mm turret here, and the one-piece tracks. Now, these are, interestingly, if you steal the tracks off an M7 Priest kit, you could actually make this as one of the original M4A1 production batches, that instead of having the trailing idler here, behind the suspension, had it at the top. That was a holdover from the original M3 Lee suspension. So you can actually kit bash those up if you have some donor Priest kits. Again, if I was using these in the desert, I would probably use the sand shields. The British used the sand shields more than the Americans did, so it's sometimes a good way to represent British vehicles. But again, it's okay to leave them off, and by the time they got to Northwest Europe and Italy, a lot of the sand shields had gone by the by. So, I've done a review of this kit as part of the 76mm upgrade M4A1 on the channel already, so if you're interested in having a look at that, you can definitely go and have a look at that. So that is the plastic. This is a 2017 kit, so one of the very first version 4 kits that came out for the US forces in fighting first in the desert. So let's look at the unit cards. So I'm not going to be using these because I'm not going to field these as Americans, but nonetheless worth a look. So to start with, there's a decal sheet. You can see this one has yellowed terribly. I'm guessing it has been in stock with the eBay seller that I bought this from for a while, and yeah, they're not really usable. So, unit cards. So you get one of these, which is the D-Day Americans. So this is a D-Day boxing. Again, you get the D-Day formations on here. So Armoured Rifle Company, Veteran Assault Sherman Tank Company, Veteran Sherman Tank Company, all of those things to build your force with. But in this specific kit, which is, remember, the D-Day kit, so we've got an M4 Sherman Tank Platoon, who's stuck to this one, which is the M4 Sherman OP, the M4 Sherman Tank Company HQ, M4 Sherman 76mm, so yeah, newer hull, and the T23 upgrade turret, Veteran Tank Company HQ, Veteran Tank Platoon, so you can see these guys are careful. What are the other guys? Yeah, they were aggressive, so they were hit on 3+. The veteran guys are more careful. And they get the Yankee Ingenuity, so they get a 3+ tactics. So when you want to roll a skill check for these guys to do a movement order or something like that, these guys get a 3+. So you're more likely to be able to do blitz, shoot and scoot, that sort of stuff. And again, the M4 Sherman 76 veterans, again, they're also careful with the Yankee Ingenuity. So that's what I've got. This was an impulse buy. I saw the these at a great price and thought, oh, you can never have too many Shermans. I do like building Shermans. These are fun kits to build. So, yeah, I thought I'd buy them. And again, I have vague plans to add them to my late war Brits. So my British force at the moment is mainly Cromwell's. So it would be nice to actually have some M4 Shermans to go in there. I do have a few of the very lovely Sherman 5, the M4A4, that I've made mostly as Fireflies to go with my late war Brits. But yeah, you can never have too many Shermans. So yeah, that's this mystery unboxing. The plastic in the other one, the in this box, is essentially the same. Doesn't have the 76mm upgrades, but has 5 of these, and has the cards for the Fighting First in the Desert in Tunisia. So yeah, these decals are not really usable, so they'll go in the bin. You can treat the yellowing of decals by actually leaving them out in the sun, apparently. I haven't done that. We have plenty of sun here in Australia, so it might be something worth trying. But otherwise, yeah, don't really have any plans for those. And again, these guys, the US Tank Commanders, the hard plastic ones, they'll go in the bits box. I'm sure I'll build something where they'll be of some use at some point. The guys who are useful for drivers and things like that are quite come in handy. Yeah, so that's it. That's an unboxing. I'm trying out new gear. Now, the last unboxing, I just used a microphone I had. I have actually gone and bought this, the Rode Wireless Go 2 mic kit. So you get 2 of these microphones. One of these is clipped to my chest at the moment with a dead cat attached to the top of it. And there's a little receiver that's plugged into my camera here, and that allows me to do the microphone stuff. Anyway, so that is the unboxing of this. I have no idea when I will ever get to this project, but they are there. They're in my stash, and I got them for a great price. Averaged over the 2 boxes, that was about half price. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that unboxing, and I'll see you next time.